We started off 2024 with some interesting stats, but I think a great start for the year. Let's dive in and take a look at Reno Sparks and Northern Nevada real estate market. Starting off with prices, we did see a little drop in prices for January. We went from $565,500 down to $535,000. This is a bit of a seasonality type thing as well. This is about where we hit the bottom point in the market. If you take a look over here, you can see that we are actually still higher in the last 12 months. So this time last year we were at $510,000 versus now $535,000. So that is an increase of year over year of 4.9%. Great way to start off the year. Taking a look at our median days to contract, how quickly are homes getting sold? And you can see that we went from 46 days in December to 34 days to contract. So naturally, usually December is our lowest or highest one for that, and January did dip below like we expected. So homes have been starting to sell a little bit faster, and we'll get into more of that of all the demand we've been starting to see. Now, looking at what price ranges seem to be quickest selling, we can start and we see January and December here, with January being in the red. The only one that actually went up was the $600,000 to $750,000 price range. Went from 30 days in December up to 50 days in January. So a little interesting there, but for the most part, the rest were all a decent reduction. Now, taking a look at the inventory, what new listings that came on and what is sold in January. Look at the inventory, down to 527 homes. I can't believe that. It's been, this has been the lowest we've seen in quite some time, since we actually haven't seen that number since 2022, that low. So we are low on inventory. We do need more homes to hit on the market, even though we did see an increase from 270 homes up to 317 homes hit the market. That was not enough. We saw that decrease still in inventory. Now, even with the increase in new listings that hit the market, 317 new listings, that was not enough to keep up with that demand from the 527. We saw that go down. And we saw sales go to 245, that lowest, and that's usually our bottom point, because those are homes that went under contract during the holiday season, usually in December. Now, what's available in the price range you may be looking for or maybe selling in, and how much competition you may have. So we can see that most of these actually stayed the same. This is a similar slide as before, where you have January as red and we have December as gray. And you can see that most of those actually increased in or decreased in inventory. Some of them stayed close to the same as well. So lots of interesting stuff there, but nothing too dramatic of a change on there. And we always like to look at month supply of inventory, and we've been holding pretty steady. Went up slightly from 2.1 months to 2.2 months. Still some strong signs towards a seller's market, but again, like I've said before, it's very much a hyper-local. Wherever you're at in the area will kind of dictate, and pricing makes all the difference in this market right now. So let me know if you have any questions about pricing it right to make sure that you get your home sold quick. Now, taking a look at the months of inventory by the different price points in there, same thing as before. Interesting one here, you can see that the 1.5 million jumped up from 6.3 months to 14.6 months, just showing that, you know, that we probably saw some influx of new homes coming on the market, and maybe not as many going pending to needed that month. You'd normally on most of these slides, the outliers are the 3 to 400 and the 1.5 up slides. There's not as many data points to go off of, so sometimes we see those extreme changes there. So we might see that correct in February. But looking at all of the rest there, you can really see how much of a change really happened. And looks like the month supply of inventory went up for some and down for some. The 6 to 750,000 went from 1.5 months up to 2.9, but all still kind of 3 or under. Now, this is a really exciting and interesting one, because this is telling us what's happening in the market now. So we can see that the pending sales went up from 257 sales in December up to 344 pending home sales. So those are sellers that are accepting offers on listings in the month of January. So that is up significantly and highest we've seen since August of last year. So that's great news there. We also went back and looked at in the last week, which was the first week of February, and we saw that the pendings are actually the highest they've been since spring of last year. So that is great news. We're seeing the pending start to spike up, and means lots more buyers out on the market shopping for homes. We saw those interest rates start to decline in December, and some people hit pause and said right after the new year, and just like I said on my last video, that's what happened. Now looking to see which ones went pending in the different price points, and we can see actually all of them went up or stayed the same. The only one that stayed the same was 300 to 400,000, stayed at 27, but the rest pendings actually increased in all of the different price ranges. So very exciting there. We're seeing a lot more activity on the market. If you're a buyer, that means a little bit more competition maybe, and if you're a seller, that's definitely going to help you get on the market sooner, maybe before that spring rush that we're going to hopefully see some more listings hit the market. All right, for Reno, getting a little bit more hyper-local on each individual market. Since last we just looked at Reno Sparks in general, let's look at Reno. About $575,000 median home price. Went down just like median did for Reno Sparks. But look at that year over year, up 9.5%. So that's good news. Of course, we saw inventory go down. New listings up, almost 200 new listings hit the market in Reno, so good news there. And of course, we saw the days to contract go down. Now looking at Sparks, we saw the median sales price drop there as well, not as much, and year over year, 4.4% increase, so that's great. Inventory, again, dropped to 167 homes, and 118 homes hit the market, so that's good news there. Driving out east to Fernley, $370,000 median home price there. That is down, and year over year, almost broke even, just slightly down on there. We saw 62 homes are all that's available in Fernley, and 35 new listings hit the market. So always really interesting to see, but $370,000 could be that price if you have some flexibility of commute. Taking a look at Carson City, our capital, $500,000 median home price. That is a bit down. We actually saw Carson City start to really ramp up this last year and then come back down. So we saw, I think, just a rush of activity for some reason. I can't officially tell you what caused that, but we saw it actually surpass Reno at one point for median home price if you've been following me for a little bit. But we have seen that come down, and it is at $500,000. We saw 52 homes actually came on the market, making our inventory 80 homes for sale in Carson City. Driving a little bit further south to Gardnerville and Minden, $727,500. Wow. So that is the median home price there. Year over year, 16.4% equity gain on average. So, and that was a big jump just month over month at 18.8%. So lots happening there. We saw inventory drop a bit there, 14.5% to 130 homes, and there's been 46 new listings hit the market. Closing out, we've got Reno Sparks, $345,000 for median home price of a condo or townhome, with inventory at 195 properties, bumped up just a little bit actually. So we had a little bit more options for the condos and townhomes in Reno Sparks. New listings as well, we saw a change there. So lots going on, but that could be an option as well if you have any questions. So if you are a buyer, a seller, curious what's happening in the market, my advice right now, definitely meet with your real estate agent, whether it's me, hopefully. If not me, just talk to a professional and plan out what's going to happen this year if you're making any plans, because sometimes it might be better to maybe adjust it a few months sooner, because I do think this market, it's going to get a bit busier this year with interest rates slated to come down even more. And we can talk about that if you're worried about wanting to get a lower interest rate, what we can do to make sure that happens for you. So my information's below, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and comment below what your plans are for 2024. I'd love to hear and what you think of these videos. Thanks so much for watching. Watch my other videos over here, and I'll see you next time.